This is Philip calling from Switzerland. How are you?
Hi, Philip. Good. How are you doing?
Wonderful. Thank you so much. By the way, I'm such a fan of your former work like Meet the Parents, Borat, Bruno, and of course Austin Power. So it was so fun to see you as a director and a co-producer on that new show.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. It was a great show to do. Felt really lucky to be on it.
Okay, okay. And I love it, by the way. So what is high desert for you? How would you describe the show? And where did the idea or inspiration coming from?
So the show began with our amazing showrunners, Nancy Fitchman, Jennifer Hoppe, and Katie Ford. I think partly based on Nancy's sister. And they wrote 7 great scripts and invited me in. And Patricia also, and Ben Stiller, who I had obviously worked with before, all came to me and said, would you do the pilot? That was the original invitation. And then I got hooked on the character, especially for me, the way in was through Patricia Arquette's incredible character, Peggy, who's going through so much pain and grief, but finds a way of coping with it that just, is completely unpredictable and a blast to be around. And I then started reading the other scripts, and there was such a range of experiences, including some very dark events that she'd gotten herself connected to. And so I eventually asked if I could direct more of them. I started with just 2 more, and then 3 or 4 more. And then eventually I said, why don't we just do all 8? We can do it, as a unified show, and tried to direct it a little bit like I would a feature. But it was Patricia's character. And then once we got Matt Dillon and I got to see how they interacted together, and then we just started pulling at all these incredible other cast members that were wonderful wild cards to throw at Patricia and Matt. And yeah, so it sort of just grew on organically from an original interest in Patricia's character.
And Patricia is hilarious, I think. It's wonderful to see her. Somehow the show shows also what it's like to survive, let's say, over 60 in the market. What do you think about that?
I don't think is she over 60? She seems, to me still like, 30 something. I don't know what age she is, but are you talking about me? I'm 65, so I'm surviving. But I think that what's great about Patricia's character is she has lived a really rich and interesting life, but filled with tragedy and success. I mean, she actually had a weird kind of success as a drug dealer years ago and had big money, but it's all fallen apart. And she's kicked out of her family home at the beginning. And, her way of coping with it is to, get off of heroin, but onto methadone, and then, go into one of the most chaotic kinds of work experiences you could choose, which is becoming a private investigator in the middle of a murder investigation, but simultaneously works as a saloon girl at a pioneer town, So I think her character and Patricia overlap in such a great way in terms of being willing to reinvent oneself and just roll with it as that sort of happy survivor. There's a little of I Love Lucy in there, and Bugs Bunny, and all the, and to be honest, Borat and Austin Powers and Peter Sellers characters, those characters who are also often delusionally optimistic, and just, whatever comes at them, they're, the Roadrunner and the Coyote and Roadrunner and Coyote. It's that sort of spirit, I think, is timeless and ageless. So it's a good question.
I agree completely. So unfortunately, my time is up. Jay, thank you so much talking to us. Again, congratulations. And I hope I see you soon for Austin Powers 4.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Take care.
Have a good day. Bye. Bye, Jay.
Bye.